It's hard not to like the Mercedes Pagoda series. I think I've admired them now for 30 odd years. I've owned over 270 of them, 230, 250, 280 SLs. They're such usable cars. It's a car that you can. It's a established collectible that you can keep up with today's traffic. You're not worried about getting run over as you cope with the traffic nowadays, the manic traffic. And the dynamics of the car are still so contemporary. Of course, the 280 SLs have disc brakes, great visibility, adequate power, nice handling car, and eternally elegant design. Really clean design that's endured over the decades beautifully. Very clean design. A lot of horizontal styling elements. It's hard to find a good one though. Well, this is a real early car. It's a 1968, chassis number 1443, engine number 940. So no headrests, and this particular car wasn't ordered with bumper guards, so it's a really clean design. It's the way the car was originally drawn. And this is a beautifully documented car. Was shown many times. It's a multiple award winner in recent decades. Unfortunately, the last owner threw away all the trophies that came with the car, which is a shame. And it's really a stunning color combination. I've always liked the deep, what I would call almost eggplant. It's Mercedes calls it 542 red, but really deep, rich cherry burgundy. And this particular car has the parchment interior, the light creamy interior, and this combination of trim and paint meant that you got carpet that matched the paint. So it's kind of an unusual trim and color combination, and really elegant. I mean, the car really stands out. It's been generally sitting in storage the last 5 or 6 years, had accumulated very few miles. So I'm today completing over 500 miles of road testing. It's really critical with these cars as we go through waves of reconditioning and preparation to drive the cars. I try to drive them to make sure anything that any surprises that come up, they come up when I'm driving the car and not while the client is driving the car. So this is the last drive. Everything is behaving beautifully. Really high level of functionality, switch gear, cigarette lighter, clock, lights, gauges, slide controls, all the typical loose ends on these cars that people just ignore function on this car. And most importantly, it's a 10 structurally. You know, that's really the key to value with these cars. And I learned the hard way early on in my career about all the esoteric structural cues that need to be in place for a great 280 SL. So I learned over the years to look at the cars very carefully. This car is untouched structurally. All the appropriate spot welds, and there hasn't been any sheet metal replacement. painted many years ago to a very high level, and it remains extremely attractive, as you can see from the photos in the listing. Spectacular cosmetics, amazing, almost perfect chrome throughout the car. All the interior bright work, exterior bright work is exceptional as far as chrome is concerned. Did a lot of servicing, did all the ignition pieces, and engine mounts, subframe mounts, trailing arm bushings. Those things make the car really feel right. We didn't change the cosmetics much. It was spectacular when it arrived, but now it feels the part. The car feels as good as it looks, which often isn't the case. Now, they're really a joy to drive. One of the most usable and enjoyable touring event Mercedes because they're so comfortable. Everybody loves a Pagoda. This car is a complete package. Comes with the tool roll, original spare wheel and tire. It looks like it's been on the ground briefly, but it still has its green protective coating over the white wall, which is pretty cute. Full handbooks, lots of service invoices, ownership notations. There's an affidavit regarding mileage from one of the prior owners as the car was passed on, indicating the miles are correct. It shows 52.7 right now. We also put a new soft top on the car. It had the original soft top, which was pretty dry. It shrunk down to where it was awkward to use. So it's got a fresh soft top. Excellent cold start, excellent hot start, excellent oil pressure. Really a nice car to drive. The seating position and all the ergonomics are exceptional. These cars match my dimensions perfectly. In fact, I've always found 280SLs and all the other Pagodas to be more comfortable than the next two generations of SLs. 107 cars were cramped. 129 cars surprisingly cramped. 280SL is really nice. You can get away from the wheel. Lots of room. It's a car that really has a jewel-like appearance, particularly the interior, but also the exterior. The bright work against the design elements. This car has garnish moldings on the hardtop, so that adds a little bit of extra detail. I've always considered these cars to be jewel-like in their build quality and the design and the execution of all the interior gauges and switchgear. The car retains its original wood, which is very rare, and it was protected to a point where there's no warping going on with the wood. The wood sits absolutely flush with the original dash, which once you pull the wood out of these cars and you restore them, they never go back in properly. They never look as clean and flush as the interiors did when they were new.